Hello everybody, video here for today. This is the retro no cap recap of The Curse of Oak Island, season 6, episode 19, called Striking Distance. Originally aired in April of 2019. If you missed my recaps of previous and future episodes, there's a link to my Oak Island playlist in the upper right. Let's get into it. Previously, on The Curse of Oak Island, people have been looking for an incredible treasure for 229 years. In the Money Pit area, the team is oscillating Caisson GG1 into the earth. The borehole's name is the nickname of rock equipment owner and CEO Vanessa Lucido's daughter. They are hoping that it will intersect the tunnel between Shaft 6 and the original Money Pit. So far, there has been just loose debris and splinters, but this timber brought up from approximately 90 feet underground has notches on the side for connection to other timbers and is broken at the top and bottom. The target area is 100 to 150 feet down. At 111 feet down, the caisson begins drilling into something very dense, with the drill registering among the highest pressures encountered previously during Money Pit area drilling. From that depth is pulled up this oak timber. Similar to previous attempts, they are getting different types and sizes of wood from the same borehole. In light of the wood coming up, Rick decides to add another caisson section and keep going. Gary and Jack head to lot 25, one of the Samuel Ball lots, on the western side of the island. The heavy coats indicate that this would have been filmed in late October or November because the North Atlantic is like that. Gary and Jack find this iron lock plate, perhaps from a chest. It still has a square nail, which would be hand forged and indicates that it's older. Back in the Money Pit area, the hammer grab brings up this very large timber from approximately 113 feet down. The split on one end partial timber measures 5 feet. Rick wonders if it could be part of the Halifax tunnel. In 1867, the Halifax Company dug a 110-foot shaft 200 feet southeast of the original Money Pit. From there, they dug a tunnel to the northwest in hopes of bypassing flood tunnels on the way to the Money Pit. Several feet from their target, they reported encountering a 2.5-foot wide by 4-foot high flood tunnel that was built with rounded stones. By the end of the following year, they ran out of money and ceased operations on the island. Rick and Craig decide to take the hole down as far as they can go. In Smith's Cove, the disassemblage of the crane pad continues. Under it, early this season, red dye poured into borehole C1 eventually flowed out here. The team is hoping to find the 5 reported box trains that converge into one tunnel that should lead to the original Money Pit. Another report says that dynamite was used to blow up the area in hopes of blocking the flood tunnel, but apparently that did not work. In the Money Pit area, GG1 is down to 159 feet, and nothing interesting is being brought up. Fairly confident that the spot has already been searched by the Halifax Company, Rick and Craig decide to end the dig so that no more time is wasted as winter is coming. Astroarchaeologist Rich Modes, who has worked with Zena Halpern for years, presents his theory in the war room. It is based on the megalithic stone formation of Nolan's Cross, found by Fred Nolan on his property in 1981. These 5 stones are the only cone-shaped ones on the island. He believes, as did Zena, that the Knights Templar used the stars to navigate the ocean and also to build the cross. By extending lines from cone C near the water, D and E at the bottom of the cross, through A at the top of the cross, and B the end of the right arm, they intersect at these 4 sites. Rich says site 3 is the one he would check first. Many theorists have thought that Nolan's cross was a map, but Rich is the only one that has come forward with X's on the ground. The team decides to put a caisson in site 3. It's not far east from the previous one. The digging is at 33 feet and wood started coming up at 8 feet down. In Smith's Cove, Billy sees leaking here, along with some timbers in the same spot. Including this one. And this one. Marty thinks it could be that someone found a flood tunnel component and built the structure to block the water. Billy uncovers this, and Rick says it's a brace, so the structure likely goes back further. At Site 3 in the Money Pit area, the caisson is down 100 feet, and these timbers have been brought up. The one in the middle is likely a heading or chapel shaft timber, since it's 6 by 6. The one on the right side is hand-hewn, so older. The next hammer grab brings up more hand-hewn wood, and this piece that Craig suggests is a central support. Jack, Alex, and Dan Hinsky are going through the 100-foot spoils on the wash table, and Jack finds this piece of pottery. Dan finds this wood that looks purple. Purple wood was also found the previous year in borehole H8. That wood was found to be stained with an ancient dye used for important books and manuscripts throughout the Middle Ages. Back in Site 3, these huge solid timbers are brought up. The fact that they came up vertical makes a strong possibility of being part of the collapsed structure of the original money pit. Some of them are oak. The next day, Rick, Marty, and Craig return to the money pit area to find that it is deserted. Irving Equipment representative Mike Yardeen lets them know that crane operators, whose wages are controlled by the Nova Scotia Crane Operators Union, are on strike due to wage issues that don't have anything to do with the work on Oak Island. The timing couldn't be worse for the Laginas, as the strike could last 21 days, and they don't have much time left this season as winter is coming. I'll be continuing retro no-cap recaps of seasons 6 through 8 the rest of the summer and early fall. All of the other episodes are already done and are in my Oak Island playlist. Season 12 likely starts in November. I'm also doing no-cap recaps of the current season of The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch, which has its own playlist. I'm also doing retro no-cap recaps of seasons 1 through 4. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, and comment. Siempre avanti.